host of feelings and memories through Tuscaloosa and Baton Rouge. Moments of frustration, disbelief, and jubilation due to the battles that these two have had. From national championship games to season derailments, this rivalry has had it all, and we've got even more for you today. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the LSU Tigers, taking on another SEC rival, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. So LSU's offense will have the football first. A lot of thrillers in the history of this series, but last year wasn't one as the Tide rolled easily.
It was a beatdown, and it was replayed over and over on the TVs all throughout the facility. LSU and Jesse had a year to think on that.
They sure did, and that Crimson Tide blowout was big on the recruiting trail, too. These are two programs that are consistently competing for the same 5-star athlete.
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
Well, it wasn't great field position to start with, and it's getting worse now. The defense gets a sack. They're getting aggressive up the field. They get to the QB, and they're sending a message.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. To the air on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He finds a little bit of room to operate. He goes out of bounds at the 12. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Finds his tight end. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And they'll just down it right there. So Alabama's offense will get the ball for the first time. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws.
There he goes! And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
One of the things I love about this offense, Reese, is they have tons of speed. They like to try to get the ball going east-west. That time they generate a huge play going to the right side.
And the defense either not fast enough to fit or got knocked out of the fit.
Yeah, they got to do a better job containing that as this game goes on. They got to funnel the football back to the middle of the field.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? This series dates back to 1895. One of the odd things, guys, is historically the visiting teams have had a lot of success.
And these fans don't like each other. Matt, you can feel the hate, the hostility. Both programs so talented, recruited at a high level. These teams have even rematched for a national championship before, Paul. These two teams are ballers.
And this is a game, too, David, that everybody circles on the calendar at the start of the season. We all know that conference championship, national championship, Heisman Trophy implications are on the line. And the intensity level in this game, it's simply unmatched in college football.
Quickly out to the tight end.
Love the decision-making by the quarterback there on the RPO play. Defense took everything away deep down the field, so just check it down, get it to your guy in the right flat, and let him go get yards.
Bunch formation for these receivers. They'll leave it with him. They'll stop him at the 31. Let's mark it off at 5 yards, and that will be a first down.
And on second down, a lot of times, I don't know why, you just, as a defense, you go pass. You think passing situations, passing downs. Really good job by the offense, committing to the run game, not abandoning it, not getting yourself in a third down situation where you had to throw the football.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. Sends it back in motion. Snap to the back. Plows through the defense. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down.
And how about setting the tone right there? Like, you're going to cover this guy coming across the field. Get it to him early on the first drive. Let him know this playmaker is going to be touching the ball early and often. He picks up the big game.
Tight end now in motion. They'll run it to the right. Powers forward, but stopped after a pickup of 2 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Looking for a man. It's Blunt. Steps away to find some room. And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that.
And this offense trusted their quarterback. Third down and short, they give him the football, tell him to go make a play. Nothing open. What does he do? We're in field goal range. We're in a good spot here. Throws the football away, makes the right decision.
On fourth down, they could boot the field goal, but looks as if they'll go for it. Wide receiver going in motion. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield, they couldn't hook up. Wants to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. That first punt was a beauty. They'd take another one just like it. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Looking to throw, it's Blunt. Now improvising. He's going to fire to the left. And that one's going to be knocked down, incomplete, and we have knocked out the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of the spot.
On the run, fires downfield. And the pass is incomplete, and there's a penalty flag down, and no big secret why. That receiver was being mauled by the defender.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. The toss to the outside. He'll step out of bounds. He's at the 33-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short gain.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Alabama.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Blunt. He took a hit as he flew it. Deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got it. 1st down and more. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, back to your game in a moment, but first we have to show you how the script is being written here. Arkansas State fell behind early, and it's been an uphill climb since. The thing is, this is a program that's worked the portal about as well as anyone. These kids are tough, and they could just find a way. They're trailing by just 4 to Texas State.
Swings it out to the flat. Runs through the tackle. At the 35, he's open.
Sunbelt, Funbelt. We'll circle back if anything big happens. You should know it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Picks up the 1st down. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, LSU! He would not be denied.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that. And he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners. When he kicked it in gear, he got the long touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Dropping back, it's Blunt. Oh, they're after him! And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They run the reverse. They couldn't get anybody to bite on that one, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Well, the offense is trying to go with a trick play, and they're dialing up the reverse, but the defense had great eye discipline. They tracked the football from the running back to the receiver, and they were able to rally to him and make a big tackle for a loss.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. That pass not... He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Man, you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Here comes the heat. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He'll keep it himself. He stopped at the 14-yard line. Stay on the attack from there.
And when these quarterbacks run these zone reads, read options, whatever you want to call them, they have to put their eyes on a certain defender, and they're reading him, and basically, you can't be right. That's what makes it so hard to defend, because if you do one thing, he's going to do the other. You do the other thing, he's going to do the other. So, good luck stopping him.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. And it slips just inside that right upright. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. Who keeps doing stuff like that, I'll keep trotting him out.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll move the tight end. Looking downfield, it's Blunt. Going to try to get it himself. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. To the air on 1st down. Pressure coming. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he scoops his way to the 1st down and then slides to avoid the hit. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. They're working that left side. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Looking downfield very late in the half. Got his man out of the backfield. And he tried to string out that run, but there was nowhere to turn it upfield, and he's forced out of bounds for a loss.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Looking to throw, it's Blunt. He wants to go deep. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. LSU will put foot to leather to start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Wants to go up top. Sets up the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start putting a lot of pressure.
They'll toss it to the left. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose. Yards on the play.
Well, you saw the speed on defense on that play. It's 3rd and short. They're trying to go toss, but the defense's ability to go east-west and really scrape down the line of scrimmage, get to the ball carrier for a tackle for loss now, setting up 4th down.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Rushes on him. He fires one deep down the right side. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass. Under fire. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On on 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Yeah, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback.
Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Here comes that Alabama offense. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Wide open downfield. And he's out of bounds after the nice gain. And maybe that is finally the spark to get this passing game going. They'll snap it from the 30 on 1st down. Power football with the run. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Alabama! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. On the move from inside his 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. The run from the shotgun. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Grab behind the line. It's Ridley. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the sack all the way back at the 5.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
At midfield, trying to turn it upfield. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. To throw, it's Blunt. Right through his hands, incomplete. I think he knew he had a chance for a big play, but it'll be 2nd down.
We know about this running back's versatility. He's made some plays in this game so far, catching the ball. That time, though, he had no shot. Defender bearing down on him. We're able to get the hit and make sure it falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They think there's room to run to the right here. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Incomplete! And a turnover on downs.
Offense is stopped.
Wants to go up top on first down. And the defense gets home. Yippee-ki-yay at the 35.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now, the 7th sack of the game.
Second down, he'll throw it. Snagged out of the air. And they pick up just a few on that completion. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Under heat, he gets rid of it. And the pass falls incomplete. That's how we'll wrap up the third quarter of play. But now, time for the fourth quarter. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So the final period starts with a second down play. The give to the tailback. Makes a man miss. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up. This offense not only has a chance to extend the lead, but they can also drain. Back's going for the goal line. Touchdown time. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Not much. It's there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. So now it's second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. They didn't give him much of a chance to make that play even bigger, but the turnover has him set up at the 16.
Nice job by this defense. That might be the exclamation point. Fourth quarter, I got a lead. You bring on the nickel defense. You know they're passing the football for plays just like that to make the INT and almost put this one away.
Here comes that Alabama offense. Back to throw. It's Blunt. Buying some time as he moves left. Dumps it off in the flats. Oh, he's got some space. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going for the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And they take it in for 6 more points. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in firm control of this game, guys, but you never want to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And how about this defense taking care of business? Keeping that guy under 200 yards is a heck of a day. Their offense has obviously done their job too, and this has been an absolute beatdown.
And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. LSU right back to the line. Standing in his own end zone looking to throw. Fires one high and deep. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown.
It's blocked. He couldn't get it away. Touchdown, Bama. And the punishment has been extended. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And they did a really nice job on that punt block. They haven't showed that this year yet, so they overloaded the one side. They used their speed to get the block, and then how about scooping and scoring and taking it to the crib?
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up 35-10. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Louisville has the lead right now, but it's not like Lamar Jackson is under center out there today, which might explain why this one is so close. They're up by 5 over Virginia Tech. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Turning it on! A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. They'll not. For a loss of a couple.
Well, you got to give the defense credit. They knew a big key in this one was slowing this dude down, especially after how well he played the last time out. They have been swarming him. They have been gang tackling him and getting a lot of penetration up front.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught, close to the marker, it's straight. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains, it's at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Now facing 2nd and long after the defense came up with that sack. Looking to fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf. Alabama with a ton of ground to cover on this 3rd down. Caught. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming.
4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes a grab past the marker. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
Oh, and I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch, keeps the drive alive.
Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to keep it in the air. Fires deep toward the end zone.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Let's it fly. He's open on the right. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a 1st down. And while this game is all but decided, the offense's job is to score. So they might try to score again. Looking for the end zone. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. They'll start this drive going to the air. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it's picked off for the third time today. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should...
Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his first interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Blasted as he lets it go. Can't make the connection. And the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And his throw is incomplete.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Looking downfield on first down. That one comes out hot down the right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
They're dealing with a second and long. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Alabama.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Second down coming up. Back to pass. This time on target. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. After this, it'll be a wrap. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to throw deep right side. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he goes to the ground, and that's how this game is going.